name is Kenneth William Bryant. I've been in the renovating game for 18 years. An investor for 15. I have done a total of 36 renovations. I take homes that look like this and turn them into this. Welcome to Catapulting Change. Yo, what's up? It's your boy KB with Catapulting Change Academy. Welcome to Wake Up Wednesday. Today's topic, guys, is going to be about money and how to become that money magnet that you've always dreamed to be. Now, before we get started, I want to go ahead and make sure that the audio is good. I want to make sure that you guys can hear me. I want to make sure that you guys are tuning in. Also, by the way, go ahead and drop in the link where you're from, where you're tuning in from, and let me know that the audio is good and that you guys can hear me loud and clear. Let me hear from you. We'll give it a few moments and we'll go ahead and get started. Mic check, mic check. I love it. You can hear me. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, guys, welcome to Wake Up Wednesday. Again, today's topic is going to be about money and how to become that money magnet. So this subject is very dear to me because I come from nothing. I started at the bottom and I built my way up to the top. But one of the things that I did to build myself up to get to the top is I stopped chasing money and I became that money magnet. What do I mean by that? So, for example, guys, before I became a licensed contractor, before I got paid for doing construction, when I was 15 years old, I was facing 30 years in prison for counterfeit money and drug possession. I got off and ended up getting a slap on the wrist, had to do community service, etc. But my parents convinced me out to drop out of high school, and then I became homeless. And what I ended up doing was finishing my first basement for free. I did not charge for it. I did it for free. I not only learned different skills because originally I was just a floor installer. I didn't have the skills to do what I do to this day. So I read a book, I researched it, I watched videos, and I didn't make excuses. I made it happen. Now, once I finished that basement, I increased the value of that home for that homeowner. And on top of that, I had to end up paying $150 a week for utilities and, cable and all that good stuff. So anyways, the point I'm getting at with that is until you do what you do for free, you will not be successful. Another example, guys, before I became an investor, what I did was I reached out to one of the investors I was working with and I said, hey, look, I know I'm a contractor, but my goal is to become an investor. Is there anything I can do for you for free so that I can pick your brain, I can learn the skills necessary to become an investor? So he said, yes, I would love for you to help me out. I love that attitude. What I need is someone to do some cold calling for me. So in real estate, guys, what cold calling is a skill that you have to jump on the phone and you have to cold call folks and say, hey, for example, my name is Kenneth Bryant with Catapulting Change. I'm calling in reference to your property. I just wanted to get a little more information. I understand you're looking to sell. Can you give me a little bit more details? Now, what happened was I ended up booking an appointment. Me and the investor went out. We closed the deal. After the deal was closed, he gave me a $2,500 referral fee. I did not ask for that. He gave it to me. So, for example, guys, if you are broke, you have got to stop requesting a certain amount of money. You're not of value yet. You have nothing to bring to the table. I guarantee you, if you are broke and you tell somebody that, hey, I'm willing to do whatever you need done for free, I guarantee you will end up getting paid for it. Prime example, let's say you go to a restaurant and you go into the restaurant, you say, hey, can I speak to the manager? And you tell the manager that I'm willing to wash the dishes for 4 to 8 hours for free just to prove to you how much value I will bring to this organization. Once you start washing those dishes, and if you do it to the highest level possible, you work really hard at it, I guarantee you that restaurant manager is going to end up giving you lunch in return of you providing that service for free. And then I also guarantee you that after you finish your day, he or she's going to end up saying, hey, I love what you've done. We would like to hire you on full time. When can you start? And me, I'd be like, I'm glad you asked. I'm ready to start right now. Even though I was already working, I'm still ready to start right now. And I will come tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. Now, if you have money, that's one thing. You need to either hire a coach or a mentor so that you now develop the skills. So if you have money, fine. You hire a mentor or a coach, you learn what you want to learn, no matter what you want to do, whether it's a cupcake business, it's a real estate business, it's construction, etc. One of the ways I became a walking ATM is I developed a set of skills that most people don't have. So the ability to be able to put up Christmas lights, change doorknobs, frame, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, all the way to the finishing stages has allowed me to turn on the ATM anytime I feel like producing income. But again, guys, you have got to get out of your mind if you're in a distressed situation and you don't really have the funds to do anything and you're crying and complaining and you're blaming your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousins, your employees that you work with, your employers. It's nobody's fault but your own. We have got to stop making excuses and do whatever it takes to make it happen. Now, once you have success and you start to gain education and values to become of value to somebody else, then you can start to request a certain amount of money or, dictate what you're worth moving forward. But I'm here to tell you right now, if you're broke, you ain't got no right trying to demand anything. You have no right trying to say what you're worth, what you're not worth, because at the end of the day, you are not in a position to dictate anything. You have got to stop acting like you have to get this amount or get that amount at the end of the day. For example, a lot of people, they go to an interview with the suit on, and then they do the interview and the manager or that person that's hiring you says, hey, what are you looking to get paid? And then they end up saying, I'm going to end up requesting $12 per hour, but then they come back and say, I can give you 10. Oh, no, I can't really do it. I need $12 an hour. I can't do it for anything less than that. Now, the moment that you act like this, but you are broke, your mindset ain't right, guys. So one of the ways to become a money magnet, to become a walk-in ATM, first of all, I believe, and I will continue to say this, you got to get your mind right. You got to get your body right. And then from there, you will produce all the income that you want to produce, guys. I'm here to tell you that you are successful. You are incredible. You are smart. You are talented. The problem is you might have developed a mindset that you don't want to do anything, or you don't want to leave the house, or you're not willing to work with your hands. You're not willing to do whatever it takes. That's why I admire so many other people that come from other countries. When they come over here, they don't even have access to the resources that US citizens have. They don't have no money, no credit, no skills, no nothing, but they're willing to do whatever it takes. If they got to go stand out at Home Depot, if they got to go, stand on the side of the road and sell bottles of water, if they got to go out here and sell roses, they do it. No excuses. No crying, no complaining. Why? Because they have no other options. The American people have become spoiled because maybe they collect food stamps or SSI payments, or maybe they got daycare vouchers, or maybe their mom and their dad is giving them the money for their rent. It has become a soft generation, guys. Stop being soft. Stop it. You are not soft. You have got to become hard in a way where you become blessed and unbreakable. There is no excuses, guys. The only excuses is the ones that you are creating. Every single day that you wake up, you have got to develop the mindset of, I'm willing to do whatever it takes, no matter what. I'm here to tell you guys that if I lose both my hands and my arm, and by the way, this hand, you see that scar right there? This hand has a rod in it. This hand doesn't function the way that this one does. It's not as strong as my right hand. And it used to be my strongest hand, my left hand. But I had to develop a set of skills and utilize my right hand more than my left. Now, even if I lose both my hands, I will still do what I do, no matter what. I will still be successful no matter what. Put me in a wheelchair. You will see me in the gym doing pull ups. Bop, 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 bop. I ain't got no legs, but I'm doing pull ups. Why? Because I have a unbreakable mindset. No matter what I'm going to do, no matter what it takes, I will make it happen no matter what. Guys, you need to develop as much skills and education possible. If you are doing the same thing year after year after year after year, and the reason why I'm successful, just so you guys know, is because my mind is pure. I'm not on drugs. I'm not drinking alcohol. I actually just started a 90-day reset program where I cut out meat. I cut out the alcohol. I cut out anything that is negative from my body. The only thing I'm putting in my body right now is vegetables, produce, right? And seafood only. Straight seafood, lobster, shrimp, all the seafood, fish. Now, I get it. Some people will say, oh, seafood's very expensive to eat. Man, come on now. That's a terrible mindset. If you're going to sit there and say the reason why you don't take care of yourself is because it's expensive, but at the same time, you go and spend money on weed, or you go and buy that fifth at the liquor store every Friday, but your tail is broke, you got a problem. You're sick. You are sick, and you're out here making excuses, talking about, I ain't got no money, but you're the same one that's blowing your money on cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, snacks, going out to eat. You shouldn't even be going out to eat. The problem with most people is you're living a lifestyle that you shouldn't be living yet. At the end of the day, you have got to build. You know how much sacrifice I've made, guys? How much sleepless nights? How many nights that I went to sleep for 30 minutes and then got back up? Matter of fact, when I was in my early 20s, I used to work 3 jobs. I would go to work from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then from that job, I would go back to work at 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Kmart and Walmarts. From 6 to 2, I was installing floors, kicking in carpet. And then I would go back and deliver newspapers from 12 to 2 in the morning. So I literally was getting like an hour to 2 sleep between my jobs. And sometimes I didn't even go to sleep. I did that for 4 or 5 years straight. Bought my first house at 19 years old, guys. Do you hear me? Bought my first house at 19 years old. The problem is when I bought my house at 19 years old, I was uneducated. I got stuck into a 5.1 ARM adjustable rate. Mortgage went up every 6 months. It was the most terrible thing that I've ever experienced in my life. I would get a letter in the mail every 6 months saying that your mortgage is going up. And that was so bad. My mortgage started at $991. After being there for 4 years, it reached $3,600. It got to the point where I had to eat boiled eggs and pretzels. And my treats to myself was a double cheeseburger from McDonald's. Guys, nowadays, I don't eat that garbage. I don't go to McDonald's. I don't go to Taco Bell. I don't go to KFC. I don't even go to Outback or Applebee's or any of that. Now, look, I'm not knocking people that do. I'm not knocking people that are there, but I prefer to put things in my body that are all natural, things that are beneficial to me, things that make me feel comfortable when I'm done. I don't have a problem spending $300 to $500 for a night out. That's my enjoyment. That's my reward. Okay, that's what I enjoy doing. I would rather do that than go to some club and waste my money dancing and hanging out with friends that really don't give a damn. Look, guys, if you have those type of friends that come to your house on the holidays or on birthdays and they don't bring nothing and then they ask for a to-go plate, you need to cut those people out. You need to cut those people out because those are not the right people to be in your life. Those people will take, and take. If somebody expects you to do something for free, once you become successful and you're in a position where you don't have to do anything for free, these aren't the right people. These are the people who want to take advantage of you. You know how many people have taken advantage of me over the years? I'm not here crying and complaining. I didn't look at it as I wasn't making money. I was looking at it, I'm learning necessary lessons that is needed. Every project that I've ever done and I lost money on, it was a life lesson that I needed to become successful. It gave me the knowledge and the resources to become better. And I still operate this way. Not everything you're going to win in, but you know what? It shouldn't be about the money. It can't be about the money. It has to be bigger than that. It has to be you really, truly passionate about helping someone else become successful. And I guarantee you, you will become a money magnet just like I have. I'm a money magnet, guys. And I'm out here. My primary focus is to teach and educate the community, not just a skill and a trade, how to become an entrepreneur, how to become a real estate investor, how to develop residual passive income. Once you develop residual passive income, you no longer have to work anymore. I'm in a position right now, guys, where I don't even have to work if I don't want to, but I haven't reached my goal yet. I'm around 4 to 5 thousand a month residual passive income. My goal is 20,000 a month residual passive income. How do you do that? Well, you invest into stocks, invest into Bitcoin, you invest into businesses, you invest into real estate, you invest into whatever it is that interests you. Look, guys, I don't care what you want to do out here. I think you should do it. Matter of fact, I don't think you should do it. You must do it. Say it with me now. I will, I must, and I can. I will because I'm strong. I must because my family is dependent on me. I can because I'm willing and I'm able. Now, this is the next thing, guys. Success is not money. Okay. Everybody thinks because you have money, you're successful. Do you know how many millionaires I know that their health is jacked up? Their relationships are jacked up. They think they're successful because they ride around in a Maserati or a Lamborghini, or they ride around and they got this house and they got that house. But then at the same time, behind closed doors, they got $12 left to their name. That's not success, guys. Success is when you get your mind right. Success is when you get your body right, and then your pockets will follow. Trust and believe me. Become a value to your community. Become a servant. Walk the path that you've been chosen to walk, and stop making excuses and stop blaming everybody. I don't care if you've been to jail. I don't care if you've been to prison. I don't care if you lost your house. I don't even care if you've lost all the money in your bank account. This doesn't mean you become weak and you give up in life and you start blaming others. This is not how it works, guys. I am sick and tired of hearing all the excuses. Listen, yesterday is gone. It's just like tonight at midnight. Yesterday is gone. What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing next week? What are you doing next month? And most importantly, what are you doing the next 6 months? Let me tell you guys something. I have what's called a 25-year goal. I know exactly what I'm doing for the next 25 years. Now, listen, goals are a living document. What does that mean? That means it is subject to change at any given time. Maybe you complete those goals faster than expected. Maybe you lost interest in one of those goals. That's okay. It's a living document. But if you have no goals at all, then what is it you're really doing? What is your purpose? Your purpose is not to go to work and work at a dead end job that you can't stand, that you hate. You keep talking bad about your boss, your employees, and then you're the same one every Friday when you get your check. You're going out to the club, you're blowing all your money, taking a trip that you shouldn't be taking, buying that Louis Vuitton that you shouldn't be buying. Why? Because you're too busy trying to impress other people. Stop trying to impress other people and start impressing yourself. It's yourself that's important. Look, guys, the moment you get yourself right is the moment that everything around you is going to get right. I can promise you, if you focus on yourself, you get your mind right, you get your body right, you will become successful and you will become a money magnet, a literally a walking ATM. You will become a walking ATM, guys. No excuses. The problem is you have a terrible mindset. You don't understand the necessary principles in life. You know what success to me is? Success is discipline. discipline, consistency, and hard work, periods. And also, the more disciplined and consistent you become, the more results you will get. And most importantly, guys, all that really matters is, are you making progress? Are you getting results? You may not be getting those results or that progress as you expected. That's okay. It's not going to happen when you want it to happen. It's a season for everything. Look, prime example. I live off the land, so I plant seeds literally in the ground. I water it, I take care of it, I give it nutrition, I create compost, and I watch it come up to the ground. Now listen, it's many a times that I look at that ground and I say, "Man, ain't nothing happening. What's going on?" But believe it or not, underneath that ground, there is magic happening. Do you hear me now? Underneath that ground, there is magic happening. The more you water it, the more you take care of that plant, is the moment that it finally shoots up through the ground, starts to develop and sprouts into a beautiful flower. And then as it grows, it starts to produce that fruits or that vegetables or, like I said, a beautiful flower. But as it continues to grow up and its levels, right? So it starts in the ground all the way at the bottom and then it shoots up, 1 to 2 inches. Then it goes up 3 to 4 inches. Next thing you know it's a foot. Next thing you know, it's 2 foot. Next thing you know, it done grown 8 foot. And then you reap the benefits from it. You harvest it. You enjoy the fruits of your labor. Life is the same exact way, guys. Unless you was born with a silver spoon, unless you have access to resources, you got to do whatever it takes to become a walking ATM. You cannot make excuses. You cannot blame your wife, your kids, your ex. None of that. The only person you can blame is yourself. Look, even on my projects, when my guys make a mistake, you know who I blame? Me. Maybe it's because I wasn't there to supervise, or maybe it's because I didn't do that bathroom, or I didn't paint that wall. That's a decision I made. But at the end of the day, you know what I have that most people don't have? Is the skills to make it happen no matter what. Why? Because I started from the bottom. I worked a job. I finished basements for free. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you guys a little trick of the trade. If you are in construction or whatever business you're in, this same principle will work across the board. Prime example right here. I have a customer that hired me to do a deck, right? So I'm out there working on the deck. It's the summertime, 103, 104 degrees. They're giving us water. Next thing you know, they come outside. Hey, Ken, my HVAC isn't working. You think you could take a look at it? Yes, absolutely, I can. So not only do I take a look at it, I research it, I test it with my meter and find out if it's getting the power needed, if it's functioning properly, if it's a thermostat issue, if it's a control board issue. I then fix it for them, right? And sometimes it's something simple, like they didn't have the switch on the right way, or it wasn't, the batteries were dead in the thermostat. But I fixed it. And from there, the customer says, "Hey, Ken, how much money do I owe you?" "You don't owe me anything. I'm grateful for the opportunity." And it didn't take me long. It only took me 30 to 40 minutes. You know what happens then? A lot of times people are going to feel obligated to hire you for something else because you provided more than a service than what you charged for. No matter what business you're in, guys, provide more than a service than what you charge for it. And I promise you, you will be successful. Another example, guys, I had a towel guy of mine. He worked for me for 6 years. He installed a shower floor. It was beautiful, but it failed. It did not drain properly. So this tile was a linear slope. So it would go from 3 inches down to nothing. He didn't pour the bed properly. And because of that, it ended up sitting the water in the middle there. The customer loved it still, right? And I explained to them that I'm glad you love it, but unfortunately, I have to tear it up. They said, "What do you mean you got to tear it up?" "I got to tear it up because the water is sitting there." "Oh, that's okay, Ken. We'll use a squeegee. We'll push it. We're for a foot when we're finished bathing." "No, no, 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 no. I can't do that. I can't allow you to have a shower that you have to push your foot when you're bathing to get it to drain properly. I'm going to tear it up for you." That was a $2,800 loss for me. I didn't cry. I didn't complain. I didn't blame him. I said, look, it's my fault. I should have been the one to do it, or I should have supervised. My apologies. I'm going to take care of it. No additional charge to you. So don't freak out that I'm tearing it up and think I'm going to charge you more money because I'm not. So I teared it up. I replaced it. Guess what happened after that? I then received 3 more referrals to their friends and family. Why? Because I did what I said I was going to do. And what I promise everybody is I will provide the highest level of success possible, period. Every project that I do will be successful at the highest level possible. No excuses. I don't care if I have to redo it 4 or 5 times. It is what it is. You learn lessons from that. You learn how to become better. So look at it that way. It's additional practice. So instead of crying and complaining, you take care of it, you take that loss. It's not about money, guys. If you guys think success is about money, you got it all wrong. I'm here to tell you that you got it all wrong. Do you hear me? It's not about money. But if you want to become a money magnet, you have got to provide, first of all, more of a service than what you charge for it. Second of all, do what you say you're going to do. Third of all, don't make no excuses. Don't blame anybody for your failures. Blame yourself. You look in the mirror and you say, you know what? It's because of me that this happened. And when you start taking responsibility, even though it wasn't your fault, it doesn't matter. It's your fault anyway because you hired that person or you subcontracted it out or you didn't do it yourself. And because you didn't do it yourself, this is the reason why you got those type of results. Guys, if you want to become a walk-in ATM, you want to become a money magnet, get your mind right, get your body right, and your pockets will get right. I assure you. You guys are incredible. You are smart. You are talented. You are creative. You are hardworking. You can do whatever it is you want to do, but you must first believe it. And then, most importantly, do what you say you're going to do. If you have that type of mindset that you're going to sit there and make excuses, you're going to blame your mom, you're going to blame your dad, you're going to blame your uncle, your brother, your sister, your friends, your coworker, your car. You know how people use that excuse for me all the time. Hey, my car broke down. Okay, and catch your Uber. The problem is they're not willing to sacrifice $50 to $60 of their pay because it ain't good enough to just get half of your pay. Ain't nobody say you have to do that every day. But look, man, I ain't never made no excuses in my life. When it was a snow day, you know what I did? I drove, even if it took me 5 to 6 hours to get to work. And the moment that I showed up, they say, hey, Ken, the supervisor was there and the project manager was there. Trust and believe that. They're always there. Why? Because they're disciplined. So when I showed up, Ken, you're the only worker that came in today. If you want, man, you can stay and make up all your time so you get your 8 hours. Oh, thank you. So, yeah, I had to work till 8, 9 o'clock in the night, but at least I still got my 8 hours and I got it done. I didn't make no excuses. Why are you going to drive 2 or 3 hours or even 4 hours and then turn around? You're already going through pain. You might as well go and get a reward for it. You might as well go and get a reward for it. Why are you even going to initiate coming out your house, starting up your car, and then giving up anyway because you got a flat tire or because it's snowing or because you feel sick? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter, guys. You have got to get to the point where you do it no matter what. Until next time, guys, you guys have any questions, any concerns, feel free to give us a call. Go to Catapult and Change Academy. And remember, life is great. Don't be scared. No excuses, guys. Let's go out there and make it happen. You are incredible. You are smart. You are talented. You are beautiful. You are driven. You are focused. You are the best version of you if you focus on yourself every day, guys. But get that mind right, get that body right, and then your pockets will get right. Let's go. Have a great rest of the evening, guys. And again, remember, life is great. Don't be scared. Say it with me. Life is great. Don't be scared. Say it with me. Life is great. Don't be scared. I am awesome. Let's go.